Hello students. So today we are going to start our new chapter, that is friction. So previously in the last chapter, in the force and pressure chapter itself, we have got to know about what is friction. So what is the friction means? Friction is the opposite force, that is opposing to the direction of motion of force when the two bodies are in contact with each other. So friction means the force which opposes the direction of motion when two surfaces are in contact with each other. So this force which is opposing to the direction of motion, that is in which direction you are applying the force. For example, you are applying the force on this direction, means this frictional force will be acting opposite to the direction of force. Okay, so this makes the object to slow down. Okay, when this happens only when the two objects are in contact with each other. Okay, now friction will be acting on all, that is solids, liquids, and as well as the gases. Okay, gases are nothing but it is, you can consider as air. So solids, liquids, as well as in the air, the friction will act here. In the case of solids, there will be a maximum friction will be there. Okay, why it is means friction, solids means you can consider any box or any book, if you are consider that are the solids, solid example for the friction. Liquid, you can take a swimming. While in the swimming, the swimmer will be swimming in this direction. The liquid will be exerting opposite, that is liquid will be exerting friction in a opposite direction. That is an example for the friction in case of the liquids. And in case of the air, if you have considered, in the case of air, that is the birds flying. When the birds are flying in this direction, the air will be rushing in this direction. That means friction will be applied in the opposite direction. So these are the cases in the case of friction. In the case of friction, maximum friction will be in the case of solid, and minimum friction will be in the case of the air. That means it is not like friction won't be there. In the case of air, there will be a friction, but compared to that solid, the air will be having the minimum friction. Okay. So for example, I have considered this pen. This is a solid object, I have considered it. I have applied the force in this direction. Okay, I have applied it, and after distance, I have applied the force. After some distance, this pen has been stopped. Why this pen has been stopped? Because there is so I am applying the force in this direction. Correct. The pen is moved to some extent. Due to frictional force, it stopped. The frictional force, how it should be, the frictional force should be acting in this direction. Similarly, I'll consider this pen. Again, I'll consider this pen in this direction. Okay, I am up here. I am applying the force in this direction to this pen. When I apply in this direction to the pen, force I have applied means due to the friction, this stops. That means, so this is the first case. This is in the first case. This is in the force. This will be the friction. Correct. So similarly, in the second case, I am applying the force in this direction. I am applying force in this direction, but frictional force here, it is acting in this direction. This is the friction. So in both the cases, you can able to say either I am moving from left to right or right to left. The frictional force will be always opposite to the direction of force, or it is always opposite to the motion. Okay. In these two cases, you can able to see what I have taken the pen, that is a solid object. It is in contact with the surface or any table, if you consider. So you can say what is frictional force is a contact force, isn't it? There are two types of forces. One is contact and one is non-contact forces. So frictional force we are going to study. That means whenever the two objects is in contact itself, then only the frictional force will act there. Okay. So next is factors affecting the friction. That means why the friction is acting upon that object and how it is acting upon it. So to understand that, we have to know how the surface will be there in the case of friction. For example, you can consider these two objects are there. So this is, for example, a table. You have one box you consider. You have pushed the box in the table. Okay, after moving some distance, this box has been stopped. Why this box have been stopped? That is due to friction from the opposite side from the table, isn't it? Now, when you see these surfaces are there, you can able to say that these surfaces are in smooth are there. So but actually it is not in smooth. They will be having some irregularities. So I'll show how it will be there. So there will be some irregularities in both the surfaces. So when there is irregularities in both the surfaces, these irregularities will interlock. So when these irregularities interlock with each other, then this causes the friction. That means when there is an irregularity, even in a smooth surface also, there will be some sort of minute irregularities will be there. Even if I have taken this surface, even this solid object, what I have taken, I have pushed this, isn't it? I have applied the force, then also this solid object, this is smooth surface, then only this solid object will stop moving. Why? Because in the smooth surface also there will be some minute irregularities will be there. These irregularities will interlock. So it will interlock. Due to interlocking of the irregularity, we have to apply the more force to overcome the friction, isn't it? More force we have to apply to overcome the friction. To overcome the friction, we have to apply the more force in this case. So what are the factors? Under that first point, I can see it as if the surface is rough. Okay, it depends upon the surface. So rough surface, then that means more force, more friction, I can say. If there is a rough surface is there, means there will be a more friction will be there. To overcome that more friction, we have to apply more force to that. Okay, understood. So in the case of smooth surface, means little bit less than rough surface. You can't able to say in the smooth surface there is no friction at all, isn't it? You can't able to say in that cases, because there will be some sort of friction will be there. So for that friction, we have to apply less amount of force on that to overcome that friction. But in case of rough surface, more friction will be there. So more force we have to apply. This is the first point which affects the friction. Next, second point, it is more the weight will be there, more will be the friction. For example, any of the wood box if you are consider, so the box weight will be more. So weight is more means, if the more is the weight, then more will be the friction. Okay, the friction which is applied on that box or a wooden box if you are consider, then more friction will be there. So more friction will be there means more force we have to apply to overcome that friction. Okay, this is the second point. Similarly, the third one is surface area of contact. What is this surface area of contact? Means this is also a factor which is affecting the friction. So what is this surface area of contact means? I'll take one example. For example, this is a object which is the downward object. This is the object which is placed. For this best example I can give is as a ball if you are consider. So this is the surface of the ground and this is the ball on it. You can able to say this ball is surface. The contact of the ball with the surface if you are considered is not more, isn't it? Only half not only, I think I can say 1/4 of the surface has been in contact of this ball and as well as the ground. Similarly, I'll consider another one, two objects like this. Okay, that say the same surface, both area, I can say area of the both the surfaces are in same means, then more the surface area or in contact with each other, more will be the friction. So more surface area in contact, more the surface area in contact and more will be the friction. Got it? So if the surface area in contact is less means then the friction which is also less. If the friction is also less means no need to apply the more force on that object. Okay. If the two surfaces are in contact, that means more surface area in contact, then more will be the friction. Okay. So this is the introduction part for the friction. So what we have understood from these main things, that means first we have understood what is a friction. So friction, which is an opposing force which opposes the direction of motion when the two objects are in contact with each other. After that things we have discussed about the factors affecting the friction. So first factor, it is about the, if there is a rough surface then more friction should be applied. So if there is a smooth surface means less friction you have to apply. If the weight is more means more friction should be applied to that object. And the last one is surface area of contact. That means between the two objects, between friction means it is a contact force. So if there is more area in contact with the frictional force, then only there will be a more friction, or else it will be a less friction. Okay. So based on this video, I have given you the worksheet. Try to solve it. Okay. Thank you, students.